welcome to all of you. My name is Samina Khalid and I head corporate communications at Thermax. And today, I have the privilege of hosting this very special milestone moment on behalf of Thermax. As we gather here at the National Stock Exchange for the bell ringing ceremony, we celebrate an important milestone in Thermax's journey. One shaped by trust, credibility, and the people who have walked alongside us over the years. On behalf of Thermax and the National Stock Exchange, I extend a heartfelt welcome to all our distinguished guests, members of the promoter family, our leadership team, and all our valued stakeholders. To begin this auspicious occasion, may I request you all to kindly rise for the national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you. Please be seated. We now move to lighting of the lamp, marking an auspicious beginning to today's event. May I request Anu Aga, Meher Padamji, Feroz Padamji, Ashish Bhandari, Ashish Kumar Chauhan, and Rajendran Arunachalam to please come forward for the lamp lighting ceremony.
वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिः समप्रभ
वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिः समप्रभ
निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा
निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा.
Thank you so much, everyone. you, everyone. We are honored to have a true architect of India's modern financial markets, Mr. Ashish Kumar Chauhan, Managing Director and CEO, National Stock Exchange of India, a visionary technocrat and institution builder. He has played a defining role in shaping the transparency, scale, and global credibility of India's capital markets. We now invite him to share his reflections on this important milestone and the enduring relationship between Thermax and the NSE. So, over to you.
Srimati Anu Aga, former chairperson, Thermax. Srimati Meher Padamji, chairperson, Thermax. Shri Firoz Pajamdi, non-executive director, Thermax. Shri Ashish Bhandari, managing director and CEO of Thermax. Shri Rajendran Arunachalam, CEO and executive committee member, Thermax. Shri Nadir Gojrej, Srimati Namita Thapar, family members, promoters, members of the management, employees, my colleagues from NSE, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon and a warm welcome to all of you at NSE. I'm happy to join you as we celebrate 30 years since Thermax Limited's listing on NSE on 30th August 1995. From its beginning in 1966, Thermax has grown into a trusted leader in energy and environment. Over the decades, Thermax has shown how engineering excellence and environmental responsibility can advance together, supporting India's sustainable industrial growth. As an integrated solution provider, it delivers solutions across clean air, clean energy, and clean water. This milestone comes at a time when India is accelerating towards becoming a global manufacturing and clean energy hub. Thermax is well positioned to shape this future with strength in decarbonization, renewables, water and waste treatment, as well as energy efficiency. Its presence in key Nifty indices such as the Nifty 500, Nifty Energy and Nifty India Infrastructure and Logistics, with a market capitalization of about 33,000 crore today, reflects this enduring confidence. In many ways, Thermax Limited and NSE share a common foundation: leadership, innovation, and nation building. Together, institutions like ours help foster innovation-led growth, not just for companies and investors, but for the nation at large. At NSE, we recently completed 33 years since our foundation and 31 years of operations. We provide a fair, efficient, and transparent platform that drives capital formation, wealth creation, and job creation. Nearly 2,900 companies are listed on NSE with a combined market capitalization of 470 lakh crore or US $5.2 trillion. We serve over 12 crore investors with 24 crore accounts across 99.85% of India's PIN codes. And in the last 5 years, we have facilitated 72 lakh crore of fund mobilization alongside roughly 53 lakh crore of household wealth creation since 2020. India's ethos has always been rooted in sustainability. With the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi and the Government of India, supported by evolving frameworks such as green taxonomy, India's sustainability transition is steadily accelerating. It is also timely that National Energy Conservation Day, observed on 14th December, is just a week away. A reminder that energy efficiency remains at the heart of India's sustainable journey. At NSE, we are committed to play our part in transition. In 2024, green sector companies raised $3.13 billion on our main board in form of equity, 16% of total equity capital raised, while green SMEs mobilized $115 million. From green bonds and sustainability-linked instruments to ESG indices and BR asset disclosures, from NSE sustainability ratings and analytics to global green fundraising through NSE International Exchange at GIFT City and newer products such as electricity derivatives, we are steadily building the market architecture for a cleaner, more resilient future for India. This is also reflected in our emerging green equity pathway, which helps recognize transition leaders and enable transparent capital raising for sustainable growth. With a three-tier classification, orange, green, and dark green, this framework aligns with India's pragmatic journey from mid-carbon to low-carbon to near zero. Looking ahead, the next decade will demand integrated solutions across clean air, decarbonization, smart energy, and resilient water as well as waste systems. With strength in the energy environment, intersection and a presence across 90 plus countries, supported by 16 manufacturing facilities, Thermax is well placed to scale this transition in India and take Indian sustainability engineering to the world. As Thermax enters its new phase of public market leadership, I am confident it will continue to raise benchmarks, embrace new technologies, and continuously contribute to India's sustainable industrial transformation. I congratulate Srimati Meher Padamji and Srimati Anu Aga, an inspiring testament to women's leadership in engineering and clean technology. On behalf of NSE family, I extend my sincere congratulations to the leadership, employees, partners, and all stakeholders of Thermax Ltd. I have been told some of the ex-employees of Thermax have also come. That shows the enduring relationship Thermax has with all its employees. We are happy to offer Thermax a platform to raise capital, unlock broader economic opportunities, build confidence among investors, and inspire other corporates to pursue responsible, future-ready growth. We are proud to have been part of your journey over the last 30 years and will continue to partner with you in the decades ahead as Thermax lives its enduring promise, conserving resources, preserving the future. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Mr. Chauhan, for your insightful words and for leading this ceremony with such a warmth and conviction. To welcome our guests, on behalf of Thermax, I invite Mr. Rajendran Arunachalam, Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer, on stage. Rajendran.
Thank you. Dear dignitaries from Thermax Fraternity and NSE, a warm welcome to all of you and a good afternoon. Okay, I hope I'm audible now. Yeah, okay. It's a special honor for me to be standing here and celebrating the momentous occasion of 30 years of listing of Thermax stock on National Stock Exchange. It's not only a date in a calendar, but also a moment for us to reflect back on the journey that Thermax has had, the core values it represents, and the trust that it has built among the various stakeholders. When Thermax was listed in NSE 30 years back, we were still largely known for packaged boilers. That listing was more than an intent to raise capital. It was an intent to declare to the world that we were ready to grow and we are here to take the Indian engineering to the world. Over time, NSE has become one of the world's most respected stock exchanges, and we are proud to have grown alongside with it. From these beginnings, we have transformed into a comprehensive solutions provider across energy, environment, and chemicals. Our portfolio today spans clean air, clean energy, and clean water. As industries evolve, we are investing in biofuels, carbon capture, digital enhancement, and advanced water solutions, preparing ourselves and our customers for a low-carbon future. At every step, we have held on to the belief of our former chairperson, Mr. R.D. Aga. Profit is not only a set of figures, but of values. That thought has shaped the way we do business. It's why we have invested in communities, supported children, education, built skills for young people, and stood beside our workers and suppliers. We have always believed that our growth needs to have an impact beyond our balance sheet. The journey has not been without challenges. We have lived through multiple economic cycles, including the Asian financial crisis, the 2008 global recession, and most recently the pandemic. Each time, we have emerged stronger. We have learned to adapt, to innovate, stay close to the customer, one of the proudest resilient features of Thermax. Today we stand with a market capitalization of approximately 32,000 crores. For us, that figure is not just about size, it's about the faith that the investors have placed in us. Many of our shareholders have been with us for decades, and we deeply value their trust. In return, over the last 5 years, we've doubled the dividend to them. That signals two things. One, our confidence in the future, and also to ensure that we share the rewards and the fruits of the association that they have had with us. We have provided a total shareholder return of approximately 16.7% during this period of 30 years, beating benchmark indices which are comparable, which have returned around 11 to 12% during the same time. Personally, I have grown along with Thermax. I have been associated for 22 years with Thermax, and I recall fondly I was a treasury officer running around the Dalal Street, coordinating with capital market branches of various banks, reconciling data and coordinating the funds movement during its Thermax IPO in 1995. So those are memories that have stayed with me. And Thermax has grown, and grown how? It has grown from a strength to strength over these past 30 years. Its turnover growing from approximately 400 crores when we listed to about 10,000 crores in last financial year. Its profitability from 31 crores to 620 crores in the last FY. Its net worth going up from 200 crores to 5,000 crores. We are today a AA plus rated company on our debt profile and ESG 1 on our sustainability metrics. NSE, in whose premises we are celebrating this momentous occasion, has had a similar journey like us, starting its equity market operations in the same year as our IPO listing in 1995. I congratulate them as well on their momentous journey of transforming Indian equity markets and becoming a leader in their space. We have also grown into a global company, present in more than 90 countries, taking Indian clean technology and engineering solutions across the world. This international presence is not only a source of pride, but also a reminder and a responsibility that we carry to represent India as a leader in sustainability. As we mark 30 years of being listed in NSE, I'd like to take a moment to pause and thank all the people who have been part of this journey. The investors who place trust in us, the customers who have been great partners to us, and the channel partners and the vendors who have walked this journey along with us, and above all our employees whose passion and commitment has made Thermax what it is today. The milestone is a celebration of a past for sure, but it is also a promise of the future. The promise that we will continue to innovate, stay true to our values, and make a positive impact to the industry, to the environment, and to the society at large. Thank you for your presence here today, and I extend a warm welcome to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajen, for setting the stone so beautifully. Every milestone we celebrate is rooted in our journey, shaped by purpose, perseverance, and people. We would now like to take you through that story, through a film that captures the essence of Thermax's journey over the years. Let's play the video.
In 1966, the seeds of a vision were sown. RDS Bhatina, a first-generation entrepreneur, started manufacturing baby boilers in collaboration with Watson, a Belgian company. Rohin Tenaga, a graduate from Cambridge University, UK, joined the company as a professional in 1966. He married Anu, A.S. Bhatina's daughter. After the collaboration with Watson ended, Thermax was born, represented with a powerful red T logo symbolizing heat and solidity. In 1981, Rohinton took over the reins of the company, steering it towards a future driven by innovation, entrepreneurship, and growth. With the opening up of the Indian economy in the early 90s, Thermax further ventured into diverse sectors. To grow each of these businesses, Thermax raised capital by going public in 1995. The third generation, Meher and Kurush, joined the family business along with Meher's husband Feroz. Unfortunately, in 1996, Rohinton Naga suddenly passed away. His wife Anu, who was heading human resources in the company at the time, had to take over the reins of the business. Meher and Feroz joined the board as executive directors. Meher looked at finance and Feroz took over as head of Thermax's international business. A year later, Kurush passed away. Anu made significant changes, including a strong board with a separation of ownership from management. In 2004, Anu stepped down as chairperson and the board appointed Meher as chair. It was at this time that, along with Feroz's international focus for the company, he also started a formal single-family office to manage the family's personal investments. Under Meher's leadership and her focus towards green initiatives, Thermax today is well poised to be a trusted partner to its customers in their energy transition journey. While navigating through the business imperatives, ESG has been the cornerstone of Thermax long before it became a buzzword. Through the Thermax Foundation and initiatives like the Worker Facilitation Center, Thermax is committed to giving back to the communities it serves. Thermax has come a long way, but it still has a long way to go. Thermax, conserving resources, preserving the future.
After watching the Thermax journey on screen, it feels only right that we now hear from someone who continues to guide its evolution. I invite on stage a leader whose values, wisdom, and vision have deeply influenced Thermax's direction. As chairperson, she has been a guiding force, championing responsible growth, inspiring purpose-driven innovation, and steering the organization with a rare blend of humility and strength. On this momentous bell-ringing occasion, there is no one better to reflect on our journey and what this milestone signifies for the future. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Meher Padamji on the stage.
A very good afternoon to everyone. And a big thank you, sir, to Mr. Ashish Kumar Chauhan, CEO and MD of the National Stock Exchange. So thank you very much to you and your entire team for hosting us so graciously this afternoon. I want to welcome and thank each one of you who is here in the audience today. It's various stakeholders of Thermax, both past and present. Thank you very much and congratulations to each one of you for being here today with us on this special occasion to celebrate 30 years of our going public. Both my husband Feroz and I were working in the UK when Thermax went public 30 years ago. And I'm very happy that we are here today to celebrate this occasion. I still remember the days leading up to when we went public and a conversation with my father, Mr. Rohinton Naga. He told me that going public was not just about access to capital. It was accepting a much larger responsibility. He reminded us from the day that we go public, we would not just be accountable to our customers, to our employees, our vendor partners, our business partners, the community, but also to another stakeholder, which is the shareholder. And that with it came even a greater duty of responsibility, performance, and long-term value creation. I really wish my dad was here today. I do miss him a lot. Today's bell ringing is not just a celebration of the past. It's a reaffirmation of our faith and confidence in the future. A future where Thermax continues to grow with purpose, with a very strong sense of values, where we innovate responsibly and contribute meaningfully to India and the world's energy transition and industry growth. Since we're all here today, I'd love to take you through what built the foundation of Thermax, our values, our culture, the philosophy of being in business. And I want to start with the letter that my grandfather, Mr. A.S. Bhathena, wrote to all those that joined Wanson in the early 60s. It's before the company was renamed Thermax, and I'd like to read it out to you. Dear friends, in welcoming you to our fold, let me try and acquaint you with our company's basic philosophy and attitudes to enable you to understand us and enjoy being one of us in the shortest possible time. Since our company has been getting involved only with essential items needed for the country's economy, and as our goal has been clearly defined, we try to encourage entry of only those young men, in those days it was just men, who are earnest, competent, mature, sensitive to their surroundings, pleasant and positive in their attitude towards life, with a capacity to laugh at themselves, and above all, show management muscle at senior levels. The fact that you are now within our fold would indicate that you do have most of these qualities in good measure. This being a human enterprise and therefore fragile, we'd like to handle it with great care. We generally trust people and like to be trusted. Playing the role of a policeman all the time is distasteful to us. Delegation of authority is what we encourage. We like to work in freedom in the belief that you would enjoy doing your work and in such an atmosphere, and you would like to be trusted with the responsibilities. In such an environment, your contribution is likely to be the maximum, and making a living would be incidental. You will therefore see in Wanson India an absence of authoritarian rule, long-drawn printed manuals. Incidentally, may I suggest you use your freedom with great finesse so that eventually you become more conscious of your responsibilities than your rights. While all of us may not be equal in every respect, we endeavor to give equal opportunity to everyone to grow within our organization. Accidentally, we may have employed Brahmins or Kshatriyas, Vaishyas or Shudras, Muslims or Christians, but we would very much like to see them all turned into Kshatriyas or warriors in a ceaseless fight against poverty, disease, communalism, despondency, and indolence all around us. We are an expanding all India organization, and our growth rate is rather impressive. But please do not let success go to your heads. We have yet to learn a lot. Please, therefore, help us remain students all our lives. Quality of life is what we are seeking. Simplicity and moderation in all walks of life is what we cherish. Try to be yourself at all times. Yours sincerely. You know what I love about this letter is that it is timeless. Every word still counts today. Maybe we'll go to the slide. Yeah. So apart from my grandfather's letter, these are some of the spheres of influence that also dictates the philosophy of how we run business. The first two are quotes by my father. Profit is not just a set of figures, but of values. He truly believed that it's important for us to earn money the right way. The second is the satisfaction of a job well done, the joy of a repeat order from a happy customer, the thrill of exporting successfully against global competition, the glow of seeing members of the corporate family improve their standards of life, the fulfillment that comes from sharing one's time, energy, and resources for larger causes. So talking about stakeholder value. The third is something I read somewhere which totally resonates with me, and I think Thermax depicts that too, which is business must be based on growth and profit or else it will die. But if business is based solely on growth and profits, then it also shall die, for it no longer has a reason for its existence. And so business is much, much more about everything beyond. Of course, growth and profits is necessary, but not sufficient. That's the way I'd like to put it. And the last is business cannot succeed in a society that fails, something that my mother has truly believed in and has spread amongst every employee within Thermax to look at their responsibility to the community. The next one. So when we started as a boiler company, as you know, and then we went from the known to the little unknown. In those days, our brand promise was conserving energy, preserving the environment. Boilers needed water, so that's how we went into water treatment. Water treatment needs ion exchange resins, and that's how we bought into a company called Tulsion and went into manufacturing resins, and today chemicals does a lot more than just ion exchange resins. At that time, the Environmental Pollution Act had come into play, and we said if we are going to pollute, let's clean up. So that's how we went from boilers to air pollution control. And of course, boilers give out waste heat, and so we found a technology in Japan that uses this waste heat to produce cooling. And that's how we went into cooling. And if you put all this together, and then you buy a steam turbine, you generate power. So that's how we got into power and EPC. And today, our brand promise goes beyond energy. And so today, we are at conserving resources, preserving the future, which is our brand promise. Next. And if we look at Thermax today, if you look at any customer of ours, which is a manufacturing customer, you've got raw material come in and desired products going out. Where Thermax operates is on the utilities, so whether it's heating, water treatment, chemical, cooling, and power. And we treat all the waste coming out of industry, whether it's hazardous waste, wastewater, air pollution control, or waste to energy. And we've also gone into a whole new green portfolio, which is our electric boilers, zero liquid discharge, heat pumps, solar, wind, and power. We've also gone into CBG production as well as hydrogen. So over these years, Thermax has seen many, many changes. We've seen economic ups and downs. We've seen shifts in industry and moments that have really tested our resilience. To my mind, the person who deserves the biggest salute is my mother, Mrs. Anuaga. Mom, please stand up. Please stand up. Honestly, if it wasn't for her, we wouldn't be here today. After my father passed away very suddenly in 1996, as you all know, she had to take the mantle overnight. And she took this company through some of the toughest times that we've ever been through, both personally as well as professionally. She's taken some of the most difficult decisions that this company has ever had to make. And that's what's made us not just survive, but turn around and grow. So a big thank you to you, Mom. Thank you. One of those very tough but right decisions at the time was separating ownership from management. And on behalf of our family, I want to say a big, big thank you to all our board members, both past and present, the leaders that have guided our organization over the years. We have Abhay here, we have Prakash. Unfortunately, Uni couldn't be with us, and of course, Ashish today. A big thank you to you, Ashish. I also want to thank our entire EC who's here with us today, our SBU heads, and every single employee. All of you, thank you very, very much. All our employees, both past and present. It's thanks to you and congratulations to all of you that we are where we are today. You are the ones who built Thermax brick by brick. I often compare business to a game of tennis. If we keep focusing on the scoreboard, we will miss the ball. But if we play the game well, if we truly focus on our customers, if we challenge and look after every employee of ours, if we build new markets, improve our partnerships, the quality of our products and processes, constantly innovate, automate, and many things more, the scoreboard, which is our share price, will automatically reflect the performance. Next year, Thermax completes 60 years in business. I hope that we'll see many of you at the various occasions or events that we are planning through the year. And with that, I want to once again say, sir, a very big thank you to you. Thank you all for being here with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Meher, for that inspiring reflection on Thermax's journey. Even the letter you shared from your grandfather beautifully echoes the culture of integrity, humility, and resilience that has shaped Thermax from its very foundation. Thank you so much, Meher. Moving on to next, to share Thermax's present and future direction, who we are today, what we have evolved into, and how we are positioned as a trusted partner in the global energy transition, I invite Mr. Ashish Bhandari, Managing Director and CEO of Thermax.
Thank you. And a very good afternoon to everyone that's present here. This is my first time in the inner sanctums of the NSE, so it's a great honor and a pleasure to be here. Thank you, Mr. Ashish Kumar Chauhan, and to all of the members of the NSE who has made this such a memorable occasion for all of us. As I stand here today, my overwhelming feeling is that of gratitude. And before I thank the family, I would like to thank all those who have been in the shoes that I'm in before me. Yep, so to Abhay, to Prakash, Uni, who's not here today, I don't know what it means to be a professionally run organization, but to me it means having the opportunity to be in the position that I'm in. And for that, I'm deeply grateful. As we look at beyond the oceans to many of the shores that are unexplored, I stand on shoulders of, broad shoulders of many who have been here before. To the family, I would say three quotes. One which is everywhere. It's in every room of Thermax. It's in all our offices. It's in many of our factories, that profit is not a set of figures, but a set of values. Yeah, we try and reflect on this everywhere, and it showed up in Rajendran's message, showed up in Meher's. I've got two others, which thankfully haven't been talked about. Anu spoke in one of my first interactions with her about how during the difficult time, what her way of managing was, and she spoke about how she took care of the people and the people took care of the company, and that's how Thermax came out of that very tumultuous period that it went through. And I think I see it in every interaction that I have with her and with every one of you that I do. And third is Mayor talking about how every product that Thermax delivers is an ambassador for the values that the company represents. And together these three are, in my view, are North Stars here that guide the company, that have been guiding the company and continue to. The values that we live by, the promise to our people and the promise to our customers. And to Zahan, to Leah, to Johan who are there, you have big shoes to fill. Yeah, and when John Donne said, "For whom does the bell toll? It tells for thee." Yeah, no pressure at all. But beyond that, I think certainly the EC who I have a privilege of working with day in and day out, your friends, your colleagues and partners in good, bad and ugly, that everything that we do, to all the other stakeholders, our co-employees, our workers that are here, who proudly represent our vendors, our partners, I think there's Prerna somewhere here as well, our customers, to each one of you. But if I'm here just to thank everyone, I would be amiss. Yeah, that's only part of the reason why we are here. As I reflect on Thermax and the opportunity that I have, I feel like the company has gone through and is going through three phases. The first one was a boiler company, baby boilers as was represented, packaged boilers. This was the one when it established itself, became profitable, grew to being what it meant, the household name for this equipment, and as Meher spoke about and Rajendran, that we grew into many, many adjacencies. Over the last decades, these adjacencies have become full-fledged businesses by themselves. Yeah, water, chemicals, our cooling business, our clean air, our enviro business, they're all big businesses, multi-thousand crore in their own, and we can do things that few other companies in the country can do. Today we can really look at this, at our portfolio, and say we have and we can be a clean energy, clean water, clean air company. The next phase of our evolution will demand much more. What we have reached and what we have achieved is not enough. As we look around, climate change, sustainability, the challenge of meeting the energy needs of an aspiring India, all of these will demand much, much more from Thermax. To achieve this, we need to aspire to be a global champion now. And by global champion, I don't mean one that we need to be in every country and represented internationally. What I mean is to be a company that now can invest into R&D, innovation, create products that are unique and meaningful, has got deep commitment to quality, to excellence, to project execution, is a place where, for the brightest minds in the country and otherwise, who believe and want to solve some of the toughest environment challenges, can call this place home, a place which we can be a partner to our customers in their journey through meeting the energy transition needs. And if we can achieve all of these, that becomes a path to becoming a global champion. I have a point to make out here, and I'll make it here. In some ways, we think if India grows 8%, 9%, companies like Thermax will benefit as a result of that. That is putting the cart ahead of the horse. For the country to grow 8, 9% or even beyond, companies like Thermax will have to innovate, will have to create things which will then propel India's growth forward. Yeah, and this is our time, this is our call to action. And to do that, we will have to be bullheaded, the same bullheadedness, the doggedness that has shown our ability to work through many of the challenges we have had as our past. Head down, relentless, focused on everything that I said we needed to do. And then also ambitious about India's growth. Yeah, we have to believe that the story is real. We have to believe we can make a difference. And if we do that, then the bull outside would be taken care of. The bell today is a celebration, of course, but it's also a starting gun. Yeah, it's a starting gun for the next phase of our evolution if we take it like that. And in that sense, it's a call to action, not just to the next generation of the family that's here, but it's also to the next generation of all Thermaxians, me, you, everyone that has the privilege and the opportunity today to have the opportunity to build Thermax into a global champion. So there'll be many more who'll have this position today in the future, but as I leave this stage, it is with that aspiration and that call to action for me personally that I hope you will all be in the journey together with me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ashish, for your visionary leadership and direction. We now arrive at the most symbolic moment of the day, the ringing of the bell at the National Stock Exchange. This marks 30 years of Thermax being listed on the NSE, a milestone that reflects our journey of trust, resilience, and purposeful growth. May I invite Ashish Kumar Chauhan, Anu Aga, Meher, Firoz, Zahan, Leah, Johan, Ashish, Rajendran, Rupal Khandelwal, Krishnan Iyer, Alvin Josh, Kaushal, Shailesh Pathak to please proceed for the bell ringing ceremony. We also have Mr. Vallabh Bhansali with us today. Shall we start the countdown? Let's start the countdown. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And here we go. Congratulations to everyone present. certification ceremony, I invite Mr. Ashish Kumar Chauhan to please come on the stage and felicitate Mrs. Meher Padamji. Meher, I would request you to please come on the stage. And Ashish Kumar Chauhan. So, Ashish, may I request you to please come on the stage? The bell is being presented. Thank you, sir. I would request all of you to please be here. Oh wow, we have a picture as well. Thank you so much. I would request you all to please stay, and I'd request Meher and Ashish to felicitate Mr. Ashish Kumar Chauhan, please. Thank you for this gracious exchange. This year, we celebrate 30 years of Thermax being listed, and next year, we complete an extraordinary 60 years of Thermax. 6 decades of progress that have been shaped by trust, loyalty, and relationships across our entire ecosystem. Thermax of today is shaped by the collective strength of our stakeholders, our customers, partners, employees, workers, channel partners, board members, and shareholders, each of whom has stood with us and contributed to our journey. Today, we are honored to have some of these stakeholders with us to share their journey with us. To begin this segment, I would like to invite Mr. Vallabh Bhansali, who has been associated with Thermax right from the early days as a board member and played a pivotal role in guiding the company through its listing on the stock exchange. So may I please request you to come on stage?
Dearest Anu, Meher, Firoz, family, directors, I had so many feelings when I got this email from Meher, and for all the relationship that I've enjoyed between Thermax, the company, Aga, the family, Padamji, the family. But there were several other thoughts also. My career has been shaped by enterprises. I was a banker, an investor, and if there is one ecosystem playing in my mind almost all the time is that of enterprise. And enterprises that are abiding, that are valuable to themselves, to all the stakeholders, to the community at large. And then all the memories with my good friend Rohinton. And Firoz and I were sitting and chatting about him. And you know, he represented and the succession that we have seen in Thermax, quintessential enterprise, a sense of risk-taking, a sense of opportunity, building quality and delivering a product which the customers would be proud of, and most importantly, doing it in a fun manner and in an inclusive manner. And to me, enterprise which becomes selfish is not good enterprise. Sometimes such enterprises grow to great sizes, but then they leave a lot to desire and they are not sustainable. So when you hear the word 6 decades, it has so much meaning, and there's no surprise, having seen the culture of Thermax for over such a long period of time. And I don't know whether it was a privilege, but to be on the journey with you and up and down and all aspects of it. So heartiest congratulations for being who you guys are, for being Thermax, being innovative, and finding solutions. You know, when we were finding solutions, when country had a crisis, we came up with solutions. We thought of cutting edge ideas and we have experimented. Enterprises that don't experiment, I don't think the news is good for them. So I won't take too much time, but all the elements that I like to see in enterprise, Thermax has shown most of them. And I only feel very proud. I feel completely humbled by the message that you sent me, Meher, that this is not complete without me. I'm absolutely honored. Congratulations once again.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bansali, for sharing your thoughts and for being such an integral part of Thermax's early journey. We now move to another important relationship, one that reflects how Thermax has grown alongside its oldest and most trusted customer. This partnership has been built on mutual respect, shared values, and decades of support. To share the story of this long-standing association, I would like to invite Mr. Nadir Godrej to please come on stage. Sir.
Anu, Mayor, the Padamji family, and everyone at Thermax, ladies and gentlemen, if you need steam and electricity in your operation, the greenest energy is biomass cogeneration. Our India is so rich in many types of biomass, groundnut shell, palm waste, as well as bagasse. With this audience, I would also like to share bamboo and crop residues are also there. And so we bought several boilers from Thermax, and I could always eloquently wax on the many advantages that can flow. Your costs come down, you sustainably grow. Today we heard a ringing bell, reminding us Thermax has done well. The years since their IPO are now 30. Let us all eschew energy that's dirty. For their customers, many benefits will flow, and Thermax will exponentially grow. With Mayor Padamji as an inspiring guide, their fame will spread far and wide. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for those lovely words. We now turn to a story from within Thermax, one that truly inspires all of us. Our next speaker, Mr. B.C. Mahesh, walked into Thermax as a young apprentice, and through sheer determination, hard work, and an unshakable belief in learning, he has grown to become a member of our Executive Council. His journey is a powerful reminder that Thermax doesn't just build solutions, we nurture people and they rise. I invite Mr. B.C. Mahesh to please come on stage and share his inspiring journey with all of us.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks to all our customers, our channel partners, some of our vendors, the entire union team for being here. It's been a privilege also and honor for me to be standing and speaking in front of some of the leaders and mentors with whom I grown, Abhay, Dr. Joshi, Prakash. So I think, thanks Ashish for giving me this opportunity. It's actually quite a humbling moment. But I think as I reflect back, I think a couple of things are so true. And when Meher read that letter and, some of the values what Thermax stands for, I'll just begin my own journey. I joined Thermax, but rather it's been somewhat of a love story with Thermax. I fell in love. I was supposed to join Tata Motors because that's where I had done my internship in the third year. And coincidentally, I came to Pune for an industrial visit. And we visited many companies, Cummins, a lot of big companies. And Thermax was one of the company. And Thermax gave us the best treatment for a set of third-year engineering students who were visiting for just 2 hours or 3 hours and taking around their shops. It's a part of an industrial visit. And they had spread out a nice lunch in the old greenhouse with a white tablecloth. And we were made to feel like guests. We were just third-year engineering students. We didn't deserve that sort of treatment. But somewhere something stood out and I said, this is a company which is very different. And that's when I sort of made up a mind to join Thermax. This is a story very few people know, because many people ask me, why did you leave Tata's and join Thermax? But this is the story that I like, that somebody in the factory setup thought it important for us to, take care of us. So there was a lot of respect. So the respect in Thermax is something which is the egalitarian sort of culture which has come in, started by the promoters and continued through generations, is something which really resonates with many of the employees. And it's a very small thing, but it stands out and continues very strongly. I, of course, had the honor of working with many leaders, and I think the best, I moved through many roles, starting from the manufacturing, supply chain, got into sales, got into business development. And at each stage, there were leaders who took bets on me. When I moved from, supply chain to my sales, somebody else took a bet on me. I didn't see myself as a sales guy at all, but someone thought something more in me. Same way when I moved across roles, across businesses. And this story is somewhere a story of Thermax also. The bets we took on developing new products. I still remember 88 when we started the first chiller manufacturing. Till then we used to buy chillers from Sanyo and trade them and sell them and service them in India. And that was the time we took a decision of manufacturing chillers in India. So the first, and I had the privilege to be a part of setting up the supply chain team for the vapor absorption chillers. 89 we started the JV with Babcock Wilcox. Slowly, steadily, and the sort of bets we took. Of course, in 2000 we had, by that time it was time to sort of take a call and shortlist some of the bets we had taken. Some bets worked out well, some didn't work out well. But I think as a DNA of the company, we always started taking bets. Taking bets on our products. Many of those products, Dr. Joshi would go and sort of, implement it and conceive it in the front of a customer. And we had the leadership team would support us in taking bets. So there was a phase of Thermax which was extremely well supported. And it was my privilege to be a part of that journey as we stood along. As we moved, as the times changed, we started going through, and as I think Meher beautifully brought out, we went through a transition in the late 90s. We went through growing from multiple directions and then consolidating ourselves and driving performance. bringing in sharp focus on delivering numbers. So that is another stage of Thermax. And I had the privilege at that point of time to be again coached by a set of leaders and learned things in such a close quarters, and we could see values demonstrated when we are dealing in front of customers, when we are sitting in front of a project review, when we are sitting in front of a bid. I still remember with Abhay, we were taking a decision to bid for a project. At that point of time, the boiler business, the project business was just about 30 crores, and we were bidding for an 8 million project in Indonesia. And I was part of the bidding team. And we went up and said, we want to do this. And we did some decision, and we went ahead and said, let's go ahead. That was one part. I still remember, Prakash would remember, we were negotiating with a large cement company for a big deal. But we were very told that be clear on terms. And we weren't getting the commercial terms. The price was okay, everything was fixed. And I saw Prakash walking away from the deal when a customer was ready to give out a check because we didn't have the terms which we wanted. So again, that was leadership in action. If you want to get a good deal, follow the commercial prudence. So these were leaders who taught by what we actually had to do. We again came back, and I had the privilege of shifting from sales and a part of Cogent division those days. We had to reinvent ourselves, and we had to go through some tough times. And I think that was the privilege for me to be a part of that entire turnaround story, working out, creating a new strategy, getting into a build on operate model. Thermax had briefly, toyed out with a BOT model for a cement company. Meher will remember that. Prakash would know that. Prakash was part of the committee which used to, approve those deals those days. And we went far ahead, I had the opportunity of, coming to bank and raise non-recourse funding. And some of you would not know, Thermax had tried this out in 98, 99. Of course, we didn't go ahead with the deal, but the opportunity which it gave someone like me who came from a very different background to evolve into different roles, and I could see how management is taking bets on people. Management is taking bets on trying out new things, technologies, business models, approaches, partnerships, JVs. And I think that's how you grew the organization and you grew your people. And I think as we now see Thermax and Ashish, as he rightly said, now we are poised for a next set of growth. And when sustainability really becomes a extremely important parameter for companies to manage, the toughest part of sustainability is not just the technology alone. Technologies, there are many. The challenge is how do you make it cost effective? And can you make technology cost effective to meet the sustainability needs as well as the business needs? And I think that's where a company like Thermax steps in. And over the years, we have built a set of products, solutions, which will help us, our customers, to be able to manage these challenges as we grow ahead. As I tried at my own journey, I just want to say thanks to all the past leaders, to all my ex-colleagues, I can see so many of them here, to all my current colleagues who are so, partnering all of us together in shaping the future of the company, and the generation which is coming along, we are seeing new set of leaders. So this culture of Thermax, of putting enormous trust, responsibility in people, and allowing that drives the people. You are able to evoke a sense of ownership much before we got any ESOPs. I think we started ESOPs in the recent years, but we always felt like owners of Thermax. This is a quality which very few companies can evoke, and that's one of the secret sauce of what makes Thermax what it is today. So thank you once again, wishing you all the very best, to all the partners who came over here today, to all our customers, to all our channel partners. Thank you very much. All the best.
Thank you, BCM, for sharing those inspiring stories with us. We now move to another long-standing and deeply valued relationship, one that reflects the strength of our channel partner ecosystem. Our oldest channel partner has stood with us for many years, growing alongside Thermax and contributing immensely to our shared success. I would like to invite Mr. Bikram Bakshi to come on stage and share his journey and association with Thermax.
Kolkata, Mrs. Meher Padamji, Mr. Firoz Padamji, Mr. Ashish Bhandari, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to all of you. I am Bikram Bakshi from Prerna Engineers and Consultants Private Limited, stationed in Kolkata. We are one of the authorized channel associates of Thermax operating in East. We cover the district and states of West Bengal, Orissa, and Bihar. At the outset, I am privileged and honored to get this opportunity to address this August gathering at the bell ringing ceremony to celebrate 30 years of Thermax. Our journey with Thermax started nearly 4 decades ago. It was since my father, I used to come with my father in the events of Thermax. And now I recall Mr. Avan Alwade taking mementos for my fathers. And I've seen also Mr. Prakash Kulkarni also. So I recall those old days when as a young lad. Well, this journey which has helped us to grow along with Thermax and bring us where we are today now. Starting from only one product during the mid-80s, we represent all the standard products and services of Thermax at present. It gives me immense pleasure to proudly flaunt the badge of Thermax in front of all of our customers. Our association with Thermax has not only helped us to grow in volumes, but has also mentored us to build an organization with ethics and ideas and values defined by Thermax, and to stand apart from others. We are thankful to Thermax for not only providing us this immense growth opportunity for these 4 decades in almost all the industry segments, but also to guide us in creating an organization with healthy environment, along with a space for growth for all our stakeholders also. With this, I would like to once again thank Thermax from the bottom of my heart with all the immense success and the exciting journey for the future for both of us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Bakshi, for coming all the way from Calcutta for this event. Thank you so much. Means a lot. We now come to the final segment of our stakeholder addresses, where we honor the contribution of those who have built Thermax with their hands, their dedication, and their lifelong commitment. It is our privilege to invite our oldest worker, Mr. Mahendra Pasalkar, who has been with Thermax for many decades. महेंद्र जी, मैं आपको स्टेज पर आमंत्रित करती हूँ. प्लीज स्टेज पर आइए और अपना अनुभव हमारे साथ शेयर कीजिए.
नमस्कार. आदरणीय अन्नोगा मैडम, मेहर मैडम, आदरणीय फिरोज साहब, आदरणीय आशीष जी भंडारी साहब और सब मान्यवरों को नमस्कार. थर्मैक्स में हम 28 साल से वेल्डर के रूप में काम कर रहे हैं. इस लंबे सफ़र में मुझे थर्मैक्स कामगार यूनियन में कार्याध्यक्ष और वर्तमान में यूनियन के अध्यक्ष के रूप में काम करने का अवसर मिला है. हमें बहुत अच्छा लगता है. हम हमेशा इस भावना के साथ काम करते आए हैं कि कंपनी की प्रगति में ही कामगारों की प्रगति निहित है, और इसी सोच के साथ हम आगे भी कार्य करते रहेंगे. आज जो भी है, हम है केवल थर्मैक्स की उत्कृष्ट कार्य संस्कृति, अनुशासन, प्रशिक्षण और कर्मचारियों को दिए गए लिए उपलब्ध कराई गई सुविधाओं की वजह के संभव हो पाई है. कंपनी के द्वारा मिले प्रशिक्षण, सुरक्षा पर दिया गया ध्यान तथा काम के लिए अनुकूल वातावरण ने हमें अपना और कंपनी का विकास करते हुए बहुत मदद की है. कंपनी में काम करते हुए हमने उत्पादन गुणवत्ता, उत्पादक, ग्राहक संतुष्टि और सुरक्षा, इन सभी मूल्यों का पूरी जिम्मेदारी से पालन किया है. इस पूरे समय में थर्मैक्स मैनेजमेंट का जो सहयोग हमें मिलता है वह हमारे लिए बेहद अमूल्य रहा है. इस दौरान आदरणीय अन्नोगा मैडम, आदरणीय मेहर पदम जी मैडम, आदरणीय फिरोज पदम जी साहब, आशीष जी सर, इनका सभी का हमेशा मार्गदर्शन रहता है. उनके प्रोत्साहन, विश्वास और सहयोग ने हमारे काम करने की ऊर्जा और आत्मविश्वास में हमेशा बढ़ोतरी रहती है. थर्मैक्स में 28 साल का यह सफ़र केवल नौकरी का सफ़र नहीं है, बल्कि हमारे जीवन का बहुत बड़ा महत्वपूर्ण अध्याय है। परिवार की जिम्मेदारी, बच्चों का शिक्षण, घर गृहस्थी, इन सब के बीच में थर्मैक्स में जो कुछ स्थिरता और समर्थन दिया है, उसके कारण ही हम अपनी दोनों जिम्मेदारियां, काम और परिवार संतुलित तरीके से निभा रहे हैं। हमारे बेटे भी उच्च शिक्षित हो गए। हमारे परिवार में आए ये सकारात्मक परिवर्तन थर्मैक्स की वजह से ही संभव हुए हैं और इसके लिए हम कंपनी का दिल से आभारी हो। थर्मैक्स जैसी संस्था में हम काम कर रहे हैं, इधर जो काम करने का अवसर मिला है, ये हमारे लिए गर्व की बात है। अंत में हम सभी सहकारी कामगार भाइयों, कर्मचारियों, मिलों और थर्मैक्स मैनेजमेंट का दिल से धन्यवाद करता हूँ, जिन्होंने हमेशा हमारा साथ दिया है, हमारे ऊपर भरोसा रखा है। मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि ये साथ और ये सहयोग आगे भी इसी तरह बना रहेगा, बना रहेगा, बना रहेगा। जय थर्मैक्स।
Shukriya Mahendra ji. A heartfelt thank you to all our stakeholders for joining us today and for sharing your experiences, memories, and reflections. Each of these voices reflect a chapter from a Thermax's living legacy. Now I'd request Mr. Firoz Padamji, Promoter Director, to please come on stage and give vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here. I hate this last vote of thanks business because everybody has thanked everybody God knows how many times over. So please excuse me, but I will try and keep it as short as I possibly can. Standing here today, I look around and I see quite a few faces from the past and the present. Thank you for being here with us. Really appreciate it. It's a special occasion. Ringing this bell has been an experience for me at least. And more importantly, it's been an experience for I think it's for the whole family, for the company. Since we've gone public, I don't think we've done this ever. So thank you. And thank you, Vallabh, for being here because you're the one who took us public. Really appreciate that. Whether I really appreciate that or not, I'm not too sure. But yeah. Anyway, Thermax's evolution into a professionally governed, globally respected and future-ready organization is something that has happened over the years. It just hasn't happened, very quickly. So I just like to start as an aside because if I just get into thank yous, I'll just rattle off a whole bunch of names and then we move on. So as an aside, I'd like to just mention how this whole evolution of going public started. I think it started around the dining table of Annu and Rohington, my in-laws. And I used to be a frequent visitor because I used to be dating Mayor at that point in time. And these conversations used to take place and the rationale as to why we should go public and why we shouldn't go public, these were all discussed at that table. And I remember my brother-in-law was also alive at that point in time and we had these discussions. They were fun discussions, but they were also dreaded discussions because going public means a certain level of responsibility that one has to have when one goes public. So, and that lack of, and that perception of loss of control of a certain amount, So anyway, those were conversations that we had, and every time Rohington would come to the table with a different thought, a different perception. In fact, I was talking to Vallabh just now about how many times he must have changed his mind about going public, not going public, and he drove people quite mad while he was doing that. Anyway, years later, found out that he had written so many little chits as to why he wanted to go public, what was the rationale behind it, what was the model, why only so much percentage, why not so much percentage. But I think he had something in the back of his mind, and that was to leave a legacy and drive the company in a way that he really wanted to, and not just leave it to a cascading effect of events. He was very clear what he wanted Thermax to be in the future, and I think he did that. So he was a man with a vision for the future, of Thermax that is still, I would believe, relevant even today. So as we look ahead, the next year is going to be our 60th year of being in existence. And this legacy is a legacy built by generations of people, shaped by ideas and strengthened by the founders' values. So with these milestones framing our journey today, the bell ringing ceremony carries a deeper sense of pride and purpose. My sincere thanks to the NSE, Mr. Ashish Kumar Chauhan, MD and CEO of the NSE, Mr. Krishnan Iyer, SVP, Mr. Elvin Jose, also SVP, Ms. Rupal Khandelwal, AVP, and Mr. Kaushal for the Social Stock Exchange for hosting us very warmly with a lot of care and effort that has been put into the occasion. Thank you. To our shareholders, thank you for your trust, confidence over the decades, and I must make it known that some of our shareholders, I've seen them over the years, they were the same shareholders that invested in us when we went public. They still exist today, and there are some shareholders I will always remember because a couple of them said that when I was executive, they said, why is Mr. Padamji being paid so lowly? He needs to be paid more. So I remember those two people extremely well. So through this transformation from a small boiler company in the 60s to an energy and environment major now, the growth across these 3 decades has been phenomenal, I would say. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey. To our customers who have stuck with us, our repeat customers especially, it clearly indicates that they believe in us. Even though we've made mistakes, they come back to us. And as I think Mahesh said or somebody else said, that we stick by our customers, we don't leave them. We stick by them, we satisfy them, and we bring them back into our fold. I would also like to recognize the many leaders who have guided Thermax over the decades. Many of them are sitting right here. Thank you, Abhay, Dr. Joshi, Prakash, all of you, our present leaders and our past. They're the ones who brought forward the mantle for Ashish to take over and build for the future. To our employees and the Thermax family, thank you so much for sticking with us, building this company brick by brick with us. And it's not been an easy journey, it's been a tough one, but you've stuck by us. Thank you so much. My heartfelt gratitude also to our board members, past and present. I will break this monotony up by telling you a small story about when Mayor and I decided when Anu gave us the Hobson's choice of being either executive in the business or being a board member, but divorcing the executive responsibilities from ownership. Eventually we took the call of being on the board, a very wise decision I might add. But I remember that first episode at the board meeting, the first one, where Vallabh was there. There was all the other new board members who had come on board, and our audit committee chair. When I said I have to go to the US to sell off this one part of the business which is not doing very well, he said, "And whose permission have you taken to buy the ticket? Because you are no longer an executive." So I sort of looked around and I said, "What am I supposed to do?" And Vallabh said, no, he has to finish this. He has to get on with this and get it over with. So thank you, Vallabh, for allowing me to go abroad. Anyway, your independent thoughts as independent board members really sometimes can be quite rankling, but most of the time it's very well received, and I would have it no other way, and I think the family would have it no other way. It points us in the correct direction and the North Star. So as we look ahead with optimism, confident that the values are sacrosanct, and I thank the founders for those values, I would say that those are very solid foundational values that we cherish today, and they are what guide us and hold us strong and make us look at the future, but very clearly with what those guardrails are. The bell we have rung today is more than a symbol. It is a reminder of our purpose, our resilience, and the promise to keep moving forward. I would like to end once again, and I'll say this ad nauseum, we've said it many times over, but I think the value that guides us today from my father-in-law's quote, which is, profit is not just a set of figures but of values, still holds good today. I hope and pray that my son and daughter, Zan and Leah, will one day be able to ring this bell when they're in charge. Yeah? And I would like to just say thank you very much for all the help and support that you've given the family over the years. Thank you all very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Feroz. To formally conclude this historic occasion, may I invite Krishnan Iyer to deliver the thank you address. So,
a few more thank yous, I guess. Today we celebrate a remarkable milestone, 30 years of listing, 30 years of partnership and growth. And we are honored to have shared the success of Thermax Ltd and congratulate them on this proud achievement. NSE is proud to have provided a platform to Thermax Ltd to list their equity shares, and we appreciate the trust and confidence they have placed in us. As we look into the future, NSE remains committed to providing a fair, excellent, transparent, and efficient marketplace for all our listed companies. We wish Thermax Ltd continued success and growth. Thank you to everyone who have contributed to this milestone. We look forward to many more such years, many more years of partnership and many more celebrations. Thank you so much.
thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, with this, we conclude the bell-ringing ceremony marking 30 years of Thermax at the National Stock Exchange. Thank you for being with us today and sharing this special milestone. We have arranged for high tea in the food atrium. Please do proceed and have a wonderful evening. Thank you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, the stage is all yours, and we do ask you to please capture such candid moments with a bell. The day belongs to Thermax employees, and please make the most of it.